Okay.
Yeah. So tell me what you just told me.
Okay. I've been here for about a month, and I stopped. I started doing the cranberry juices, and that was the beginning of. I just started really slow with the cranberry juices, and then I stopped all the wheat products, and I started eating more of the greens, the broccoli and the kale, and that's basically what I've been doing. And I've lost like 14 pounds, but that's not what I came in for, to lose the weight. More it was I felt so miserable. I was exhausted. I was having just crazy issues with joint pain, and anyhow, all that has stopped. It's stopped, and basically the biggest thing is that I'm sleeping through the night totally, 8.5 hours, like sound asleep, as if I'm taking like sleeping pills. Um, no, I mean no joint pain. The joint pain's gone, the fatigue's gone, and I just feel really, really good. I mean, that's
Awesome.
as simple as that. And no cravings. That's it. No cravings for carbs at all. None. And I used to eat bread like crazy. I made bread. I ate bread. I mean, I love bread. I'd go down and get the pita and Vienna from the homemade nan. I loved it. I don't have no cravings for it at all. I don't even eat it anymore.
Wow.
It's only been a few weeks. I've never done that before because I love chocolate and bread and anything with carbs like that.
Wow.
So
And
it stopped. I mean, I think, I don't know, it just seems like once I stopped the wheat and once I started the greens, the craving stopped. And that's what surprised me the most. Totally. I mean, it's totally stopped.
wow. Well,
So,
what about your joint pain?
and my joint pain's gone. I
What
mean,
was it like
there's
before?
well, I was getting arthritis in all my joints and they were inflamed and actually I have nodules in these three joints here. Um, and they were getting worse by the day. And that's just, I mean, the nodules are still there, of course, because they're not going to go away, but the inflammation stopped. The inflammation just stopped.
Wow.
So I don't, now I couldn't even close my hands. Now, I mean, it's crazy. Just stuff like that. Simple stuff like you would never think. So nutrition has sold me totally 100%. And I kept going to the doctors and they were doing all the blood work and she was basically telling me, she basically said you need to go see a counselor. That was the last thing she said to me, and that was the last time I walked it because everything was normal. And I said, listen, I am a mess and something's wrong and you're missing it. I thought something seriously was wrong. So that's how I ended up here. Is I had your card from a couple of years ago from something. I think a massage therapist gave it to me or something. And I thought, well, it can't hurt because nobody else seems to know what's going on. And this has only been a month, so hey. Hey, really.
Amazing. And then one last question about
Okay.
you with your weight. Tell me about how much weight you lost.
I've lost 14 pounds. I was up to 173. I'm down to 160. Well, 13. This 160 this morning.
Wow.
So that's the lowest I've been since I've been a teenager. I think really. I've always, the weight wasn't the thing. I didn't come for the weight so much as I came for the other symptoms I was having, and that's just sort of a side effect that's happened. I haven't even been trying to do that. That just happened.
Love it. Now, what about your size of your clothes? Are they loose?
Pants are a lot looser, and I think I've lost a lot in the back. On my back, I tend to gain my fat on my stomach and my back, and that seems to be where it's gone.
When
So,
you first started this, did you have any thought that it was going to be hard?
well, it didn't really matter. I felt so
Okay.
miserable. I wasn't even thinking. I mean,
Okay.
really, I just felt so miserable that, I mean, the fatigue was unbelievable. The joint pain was unbelievable. I thought I had cancer. I mean, I didn't know what was wrong with me. I remember coming in here and seeing Dr. Donahue, and I just started crying. I said, I don't know what's the matter. But they can't find anything. All the tests are negative, so I'm not sure what's going on. And I never even thought of diet. I never thought of diet being so encompassing. I never thought I ate that bad. I thought I ate pretty good. I mean, I never realized. I thought my diet was really good. I love to cook. I eat whole foods. But this was huge. This was a big deal. Yeah.
Wow. And then what would you tell someone if they're a little skeptical or they're a little
You don't
hesitant?
have to start like I think it's intimidating when you look at the book and you want to, oh my God, I have to do this liver enhancement diet, I have to do this. That's intimidating. But if you just start slowly, even just start somewheres, like start with the cranberry juice, and start by having like I started with just the cranberry juice, and I started with the kale and the broccoli. Every dinner, at lunchtime, I started having just a big salad from Fields with just all greens and some vinegar, and that was it. And that started me on it. And then I dropped out the wheat. I stopped, doing the breads that I used to eat every day. And then it just seemed everything got easier. I mean, because the cravings disappeared. So once the cravings disappeared, you didn't even want. I don't even want that stuff anymore. I don't even think about it, you know, which is crazy because, I mean, if you knew me beforehand, I would eat bread like,
Jeez.
yeah. So, I mean, nutrition is amazing. It really is.
And then what about, would you consider this a diet or a lifestyle change?
No, it's a lifestyle change. It's a whole way of looking at your body differently and the world differently, I think, really.
Because you have people that like think that, oh, I'm going to go on something and then go off of it. But what we're trying to do is make it just part of your life.
Yeah, it becomes part of your life because you're not craving it. You feel so much better. You really do notice the difference when you go. If you, like, I went to a friend's 2 weeks ago for dinner, and they had stuff there that I didn't really want to eat, but I ate it just to be polite, and I really felt miserable. And I thought, that's not going to happen again. It was as simple as that. It was like, I'm just not going there. Because it's such a difference. And then you just really, you become more aware of how your body's acting, actually. You become more aware of what you're eating and how you feel after you eat it, which is really different, because before I never thought. I just ate because I love to eat. I love food, I'm telling you. So, but this has changed the way I even look at food, you know?
So the book, for example, the education of like why it works. And
Yes. Yeah, that was really important for me. Because I'm more of a mental kind of thinker, you know what I mean? I need to have some kind of, had to make sense to me that why I was doing it.
As compared to like Weight Watchers that says, cut your calories, we're trying to do the opposite.
I went to Weight Watchers. I didn't even lose 2 pounds, and then you'd go back and you'd feel miserable. I mean, I know it's a really healthy way to lose weight, and it's a really good way, but it just didn't do it for me. It didn't work for me.
Do you think now that you've experienced this, do you think that you know now that you won't go back because you actually have this new concept?
Yeah.
This is more of a lifestyle
this is
change.
Different. Yeah, this is totally different. No, really, this is like, this is a lot bigger. This is a lot bigger. I'm getting older. As you get older, you really do notice your body more, because it doesn't do like what you were when you were 20. It doesn't do what you wanted to do. But so you want to feel the best you can for the longest time you can. You know, that's the whole idea. So I just wish I had been eating like this since I was 20. You know what I mean? This is the whole thing. I wish I had been eating like this since I was 20.
Join the club.
Yeah. And I even started getting my meat and stuff from a place that has no antibiotics in it, you know, like all green fed. My husband was like, that's going to be too expensive. But the funny thing is, we're not eating as much of it because it seems to be more satisfying somehow. It doesn't increase your appetite. So whatever's in the meat that you buy that's processed, it's different than this, I'm telling you. Really. Because we get it from Polyface Farms out in Shenandoah now. And I won't buy anything else. I said to him, we don't need to be eating that stuff. I mean, there's so much stuff in it that you just shouldn't have in your body that you just notice the difference. You really do. This is just, it's simple. It's just a simple logic.
Totally.
Once you do it, and you stick with it.
Awesome.
I think the hardest thing for people would be social pressure of families and stuff like that. That would be the hardest thing.
Yeah.
But even I went to my sister-in-law's and I told her I was doing this, and she accommodated me. Which I said, don't worry about it. I'll just eat around everybody. Don't even worry about me. And she had made this, like, I don't know what it was. Potatoes, but she used the red potatoes, small ones. She didn't, instead of putting all the stuff like the wheat and the processed cheese, isn't it? She didn't do any of that. So, I mean, people will accommodate you. It's not a big deal, really.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. You think it's a big deal, but it's not.
No.
And when people yesterday I went out with my girlfriend, Tuesday I went out with my girlfriend, I hadn't seen her for a couple months. And she goes, oh my God, what have you done? This is interesting. Oh, this is interesting. Your skin has changed, she said. She said, your skin looks different. And I said, well, I'm just eating different. And my massage therapist, who I haven't seen for 6 months, because I've been doing, I was just not doing anything. I went back to her, and she said the same thing. She goes, your skin is different. Like, it's actually, to touch it feels different. I said, what is it? She goes, it's like softer, or like it's got more moisture in it or something. It's more elastic. Yeah, that was just the other day. I said to my husband, I thought that was amazing, because that was like for somebody who's used to touching you and feeling your skin. That's what they do, right? She was able to. She said, that's really, really changing. I hadn't told her any of this stuff. This was just sort of something she just came up with. And I said, well, I changed my diet. I said, I changed the way I'm eating.
Your skin's a reflection of what's going on and what you digest. I mean,
yeah.
That's awesome.